skiing is a major part of the culture here in Whitefish, as is the horse throughout the entire West. This weekend we blend the two in an exciting competition known as Skijoring, where winter gets Western.
Skijoring to me is a lot of fun. First and foremost, it involves a three-person team. A skier, a horseman or woman, and a horse. For my team, that's Playboy and myself and whatever skier I can con into being pulled at a high rate of speed behind my horse.
In the last 10 years, skijoring races with horses are popping up all over North America, wherever there are skiers, horse people, and snow, and no place is this more prevalent than in the West. But where did skijoring come from?
I really don't have any idea. I am inclined to think that it was Scandinavian and that it started with dogs.
Used to do it in the Scandinavian countries behind reindeer.
I don't know too much about the history of it, but I know that it's been around a while. I know that all different sorts and different variations of pulling have been a part of people's lives for quite a while. And
when it came out west here, it's horses that we pull them with, but it was quite a while ago that they used dogs, and they still race that way now, but that's how it originated from what I gather.
According to the North American Skijoring Association, skijoring dates back several hundred years to Scandinavia when people used reindeer or dogs to pull them on long wooden skis. During the Second Winter Olympics in St. Moritz, Switzerland in February of 1928, skijoring was held as a demonstration sport. In these races, skiers drove horses on a track, competing head-to-head with each other. According to Whitefish Skijoring, equestrian skijoring has been a part of their winter carnival since the 1960s. The story goes that the founding father of the winter carnival, Norm Kurtz, challenged local ski legends at Big Mountain to leave the mountain and try his skijoring course. This event was held on Central Avenue, right smack dab in the middle of downtown Whitefish. The event was relocated to the Saddle Club after a couple of near-nightmare scenarios occurred. 2 runaway horses plowed into a crowd of spectators, and a local businessman was nearly flung through a department store window. Skijoring continued as an integral part of the winter carnival until a rash of injuries and rising insurance costs shut the event down.
Yes, I skijored. It was around 1969, and then I did it for several years. And this is me and my horse Comet and Julian Valentine. On the jumps, they went for distance, and then there was some that had a little jump, and then the race. And it was a little different than what it is. And I recall. The opening act was a fellow come out and he jumps through a big ring of fire for the opening. The skier is Jim Weiss, and this is Doc Young, who's a local vet, and his horse Wasp. And I see here he's got his arm pulling on the rope to, evidently when the fellow's coming over the jump and got airborne, then he pulled on the rope to make him get, more distance out of it. It was fun. We had skiers that were good skiers and fast horses and just some playing.
When I first saw it and really got hooked on it, and this was back in the early 80s, and then 20 years went by because they couldn't get the insurance, we decided to bring it back. And Dale Duff and we put on the event there the very first time, and it was a great success. It turned out to be a really good thing, and it just been keep on going on from there.
So when I first started skijoring, it was so different then than it is now. Back then there was 100 teams. They'd have to cut it off at 100 teams because it'd take all afternoon, and that's with skiers just going once. But back then, cowboys would be pulling cowboys in Carhartts, and I mean, they weren't even good skiers, and it was just for the fun of it.
The most unique thing about skijoring is that you have a group of people who are, all they do is ski, and then you got people like me who all we do is horses. It's an odd combination, but they seem to blend so well.
I think where we're at right now with skijoring, we are making history.
I would dream that this sport would be in the Olympics. I kind of doubt that'll ever happen, but you know, that would be something to see that.